Let's say you're holding 750 XRP tokens right now. At the current price of about $2.34, that adds up to an investment of roughly $1,755. So the big question is, what could that be worth by the year 2026? Could your $1,700 investment turn into $3,000, $6,000, or maybe even more? In this video, we're going to break down that question from every angle. Recent price movements, major developments around Ripple and XRP, real-world adoption, and the different price scenarios that could play out over the next 18 to 24 months. If you're holding XRP or thinking about it, this is the video you want to see before making your next move. First, let's talk about where XRP stands today. After years of legal uncertainty, XRP is showing serious signs of life. In fact, it's trading at over $2.30, something we haven't seen in a long time. A big part of this price action comes down to how the legal battle between Ripple Labs and the SEC is finally playing out. After a long, drawn-out court case, Ripple scored a major partial victory in 2023 when a judge ruled that XRP is not, in and of itself, a security. That ruling didn't completely end the lawsuit, but it gave the crypto market clarity, and that clarity gave investors confidence. Ripple has been using that momentum to push forward. Their payment infrastructure, RippleNet, and more specifically, their on-demand liquidity system, ODL, has been expanding globally. This is real-world utility. XRP being used by banks and payment providers to settle cross-border transactions in seconds. As of now, Ripple's ODL system is live in over 40 payout markets, including Latin America, Asia, and the Middle East. That means XRP is already serving the exact purpose it was designed for, and that gives it an edge over a lot of other tokens that are still building. Now let's talk future value. Based on current adoption and potential market conditions, analysts have projected XRP could be worth anywhere between $3 and $8 by 2026, depending on how the legal situation evolves, how regulation shapes up globally, and whether Ripple is able to scale up its use cases. So what does that mean for your 750 XRP? If XRP reaches $3 by 2026, your tokens would be worth $2,250. If it hits $5, that jumps to $3,750. And if it climbs to $8, you'd be looking at $6,000. That's more than a 3x return in the bullish case. And remember, this isn't some meme coin pump. This is based on real enterprise usage and market infrastructure adoption. But let's zoom out a bit. What's fueling this optimism? Aside from ODL and RippleNet expansion, we're also entering a new era of blockchain utility. Tokenized assets, stablecoins, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, they all need infrastructure. And that infrastructure needs interoperability and liquidity. XRP, being designed for speed, scalability, and low-cost transfers, is well-positioned to fill that gap. There's also speculation that if Ripple wins the remaining parts of its legal case, XRP could be relisted on more U.S. exchanges, and maybe even approved for broader institutional custody. That would potentially open the door for U.S. banks and hedge funds to start buying or using XRP, which could create another wave of demand. Now, with all of that said, let's keep things balanced. While the future looks brighter than it has in years, XRP still faces challenges. First, regulation remains a wild card. Even if Ripple comes out ahead in the lawsuit, other countries may take different regulatory stances, which could limit global adoption. There's also competition. Stellar, Swift's evolving blockchain solutions, and private stablecoin networks are all trying to solve cross-border payment problems too. There's also the question of supply. XRP has a total supply of 100 billion tokens, with a large portion held by Ripple Labs. Even though much of that is locked in escrow and released in a controlled manner, any large-scale release or sell-off could weigh down price momentum. So here's how it breaks down. In a modest, realistic case where Ripple continues expanding slowly and regulation remains murky, XRP could be trading at around $3. That puts your 750 XRP at $2,250. In a more confident market where legal clarity improves and Ripple's products gain traction with more institutions, XRP might hit $5, valuing your 750 XRP at $3,750. And in a bullish scenario, where Ripple achieves wide adoption, regulation becomes crypto-friendly, and XRP is viewed as key infrastructure for global payments, XRP could reach $8 or more. That would make your 750 XRP worth $6,000. Could it go even higher? There are certainly ultra-bullish predictions floating around. $10, $15, even $20. But to reach those numbers, XRP's market cap would have to break into the trillions. It's not impossible, but it would require massive changes to global finance. That's a longer-term, 5 to 10-year kind of vision, not necessarily by 2026. So here's the final thought. XRP has come a long way, and 2026 could be the year we see it fulfill much of the promise it's been building toward. If you're holding 750 tokens, you're positioned with skin in the game. Whether that turns into a few $1,000s or much more depends on how Ripple executes and how the global financial system evolves alongside crypto. If you got value from this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below with your XRP price prediction for 2026. Do you think we'll see $3, $5, or are you calling for double digits? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.